Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I just want to say thanks for taking time to watch this video with me today. You'll probably have noticed the elephant in the room. If you're a subscriber regularly, my hair's changed. I'm slowly trying to transition from a really dark garnet to a rose gold. So this is my sort of in-between stage. Having said that, I really love it. So I've got a lot more blonde highlight showing through now. My hair's very curly and my hairdresser's managed to tame it a bit, so it's a lot more straight than it usually is. I get a lot of compliments when it's like this, and I'd love to do it regularly like this, but I'm just not very good at styling my hair, so it's temporary, although I am going to start practicing because I did try to pay really good attention to the way that she did it. So yeah, this is a requested look and it may look very different, so do bear that in mind, just because my hair colour's different. It was on my video that was my maternity clothing haul and plus size, you know, because I didn't really buy maternity clothes, it was like plus size clothes that I'm using as maternity clothes, so suitable for both, haul that I did for Primark. And that video I had a subscriber called Auntie something hour, I can't really pronounce the second part, sorry about that, and she kindly requested this look and she said she liked it and she wanted me to film it, so this is as close to that look as I could get, and I hope that you enjoy it and I hope everyone else enjoys it too. So if you'd like to see how I got this look going on today, then just keep watching. So my base is done. I have foundation on, concealer, I've powdered, I also have a little bit of a Maybelline colour tattoo on. I'll just show you what it is so far. My base is a cocktail of the Body Shop Lightning Drops, about 1/3 of that, 2/3 L'Oreal True Match foundation in C2, old formula, and a little dash of 17 Wow Skin 3-way highlighter. So I've mixed that together at the back of my hand, applied that all over my face. I've gone with MAC's Studio Finish Concealer and NW15 all over my eyelid from lash line up to brow bone. And then over the top of that, just on the eyelid, I've got 2 layers of the Maybelline colour tattoo in pink gold. And then for concealer, I've got the Revlon Colour Stay Concealer. It's right here. Yeah, Revlon Colour Stay Concealer in 02 Light Pale. And I've set that with Ben Nye's Cameo Powder, the luxury powder. Okay, so all of that out of the way. Do excuse the very pale eyebrows. I haven't dyed them, I do need to, and I haven't yet. And I'm going to use my Deluxe Crease Brush by Real Techniques, and I'm just going to dip that into the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette in the shade White Chocolate, which is this big massive shade here. I'm concentrating my brush in this area because it's in a project pan to have some pans showing by 28th of February. It's Sweet on Project Panning. I'll link it in the description bar if you haven't seen it already. And I'm just going to apply a couple of layers of that and just set from my crease up, just so that colours blend nicely and I don't get any skipping when I put my crease colour down. In regards to highlight, this just isn't really a highlight on me. Sometimes it's hard to tell at the minute because with the pregnancy my skin tone is just different all the time, but sometimes I find that this actually adds a slight definition in my crease because it is quite a pigmented cream. It's really nice eyeshadow, this one. It certainly isn't highlight on my pale skin, so in fact I'm just going to dot that and in the corner as well, just to, yeah, that's definitely as I do that, it probably won't pick it up on camera, but that's definitely darker than my actual skin tone to dab that in there, but it's in there now, so defeating the purpose of highlighters, why not? I'm going to be taking my Zoeva 228 Luxe Crease and I'm going to dip into a mixture of salted caramel and milk chocolate. Now I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure. I've tried to look back on this video and I'm not 100% sure about what I had going on, but usually when I'm using this palette and doing this particular look that's being requested, I usually honestly just take a mixture of all these mattes together. I don't sort of go for any one particular shade, and I'm just dusting that in my crease or transition area really, which for me is quite high up because I do have hooded lids. And I'm just going to go back to the original deluxe crease brush with nothing on and just buff over the top seam of what we've done. Okay, next I'm going to go into Champagne Truffle, and I'm just going to pack that all over the lid. I often just use my finger for this, and I might do that today if I feel it's not intense enough, but I'm going to use a base shadow brush from Real Techniques because I've not been getting a huge amount of use out of my brushes recently. I've been sticking to the same few brushes and being a bit lazy with the way I apply my makeup, so I'm trying to get some use out of them. That's gone on really pigmented and really nice. I'm really happy with that, so I'm not going to need to use my finger at all. Both the shades, Champagne Truffle and Milk White Chocolate, get there at the end, are both absolutely gorgeous from this palette. I really love them. And I'm just going to now just put some definition in my crease. This brush does look a bit dirty from yesterday, but I've made sure there's no product on it, and this is the 227 Luxe Soft Definer, so it's a bit more pinched than the other brush. And I'm going to go in with the shade Semi Sweet, which is another matte shade in the palette, and I'm just going to pop a little bit of that in the outside corner there, so not necessarily 1/3. I don't really like to do that for natural day looks, but really just a quarter, so the last quarter of my eye, and then I'm just going to stamp it like that, gently up in the crease area and round with whatever's left on the brush. Now I really don't want this to be too harsh a look because it is a really bold lip. For me it's a bold lip for the daytime anyway. I mean the colour's bright, but it's not so much the colour as it is the opacity of the colour itself. Okay, so I'm often just leave it like this, but I think when I looked back on this video I had a little bit of triple fudge in there, and this is quite a fluffy brush, so it's not going to pick up much triple fudge anyway. It's not like I'm packing it on with pencil brush, so a tiny little bit just straight over what we've already done, just there, but more concentrated and just in the outside corner, so not bringing that too much into the crease at all. Again, just back to the original Real Techniques fat chubby little crease brush, it's so cute, and just going over the edges. It's always messier on this eye for some reason for me than it is on this eye, and at this point I just need to look forwards and just check that it's even enough because my eyes are quite hooded. So let's have a little look. Yes, it is slightly high on this side. I'm just going to give that a little buff, and quite deep just there, give that a little buff. For me that'll do. I've applied a little bit of eyeliner off camera, no flick, just really tight to the lash line, a bit of Kat Von D's ink liner in Trooper, which is just a black and it dries matte. It's just difficult for me to do on camera the way my eyes are. I've got a few sort of, you can see here where it's bled a little bit. It's not the liner's fault, it's fine on this eye. I have sort of wrinkles here with my hooded eyes, and I have to draw the line and then keep my eye really closed and fan it, and try and sort of make sure that it doesn't bleed. It's not something you can do on camera. And then I've got 002 Hazel, the Rimmel eyebrow pencil, which I've used to do my brows. I'm just going to pop a little bit of this Pixie by Petra Brow Tamer brow gel through them, and hope that's okay because I'm not using a mirror at all, I'm just doing it purely in the viewfinder. And I've also applied a little bit off camera of Moisture Renew Universal Transparent Lip Liner by Rimmel. So just to do the bottom powder eyeshadow, I can't speak today, I'm using the 227 Luxe Soft Definer again. I'm just going to go into a mixture of milk chocolate, mainly milk chocolate, with a little tiny bit of semi-sweet. And I'm just going to concentrate that mainly in the outer corner there. Oh, try not to poke myself in the eye. I'll just close my eye, that'd be easier, and sweep it in with whatever's left on the brush. See, my eyes water, well, my eye, this one, waters. Anyway, especially in winter, no matter what I do, and I think it's just the cold. I think it just reacts to the cold because it's much worse outside than it is inside with the wind. So that'll do there, and I'm just going to take a Zoeva 226 smudger brush, which is again from their Rose Cold collection. My eye! And I'm going to just dab that into Triple Fudge, and I'm going to press that right up to the lash line on about the outer 2/3. Try not to pull a ridiculous face while I'm doing it, which, as we all know, is impossible. Okay, and I'm just going to take the buffer brush with a little bit of white chocolate on and just make sure that it's as seamless as I can amateurly manage. Is amateurly a word? Probably not. Okay, so I'm just going to apply some mascara off camera. So I've applied the L'Oreal Miss Manga to my bottom and top lashes, just one coat at the moment. If you wanted to be super attention to detail, you could also highlight your brow and inner corner at this point. When I look back in my video that was requested, I don't think I actually did that. So I'm going to leave that there, and you could also put some black liner in your upper waterline, which again I didn't do, so I'm not going to do it now. However, I did put some white liner in my bottom waterline, and this is L'Oreal Colour Riche Le Col in 120 Immaculate Snow. I won't subject you to that on camera. I'm doing a lot of stuff off camera today, guys, but my get ready with me's when I don't do that are really long, and I'm sure you don't want to see me sticking a pencil in my eye. So I'm going to use my e.l.f. complexion brush with the Makeup Revolution Ultra Bronze palette in All About Bronze, and these first two shades, which was the lightest, one's matte and one's shimmer, I'm just going to go between them and put them up against my hairline. Now this is a very subtle definition because these are extremely light, but it's enough for me this winter time. I flick it back like that because if I go in and start going ham, it just starts to look a bit weird. I'm bringing that onto my temples, up onto my cheeks, and then just concentrating only on the matte one. I'm just going to put a little bit more here, sort of use the shade to contour a little bit, and then just using the shimmer one, I'm just going to dust that on the end of my nose and a bit on my chin. Okay, and then back to a mixture of the two. Just take that a little bit down my neck. If you've got this palette, tell me what you think. I do like it, I mentioned it in a favourites, but I'm not sure I'd repurchase it because although this colour looks stunning, I'm not sure how I'm going to use it. And they're very powdery, like they make an absolute mess. So I do really like them. But yeah, they do make a proper mess. I've gone ahead and locked in the waterline with a second layer of eyeliner, the white eyeliner, and I've actually gone with a third layer of mascara as well, which I do not usually do, but I just fancied it today. And now it's lipstick time. This is 02 Lasting Finish by Kate Rimmel. Obviously I can't talk at this point. This lipstick hasn't always bled on me, but it does now that I'm a bit older. I'm just going to use my finger to get a clean edge, which I prefer to a brush. And I've got some excess product as well I want to take off. This also rubs it into the lips a bit, not in like a stain way, but definitely in a way to make it a bit more long wearing. I've been racking my brains trying to remember what blush I put on that day, and I looked back in the video and I really just can't remember, but I think it was the Makeup Revolution blush palette in Blush Goddess, and it was, I think it was this sort of bubblegummy pink here. It's quite a monochromatic look. I can't remember if it was that or Elf's Candid Coral, so I might just put them both on my face. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, that's a little bit more pink than I remember from before. So sometimes this Candid Coral blush can look a little bit funny with pink because it's very, very sort of peachy. Okay, so this blush and some of the bronzer and the eyes are very highlightery, very shimmery, so I don't think I'm going to apply any highlighter. I don't believe that I did for the original video. So this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. I'm quite proud of myself that I managed to keep the video not too long and use quite a few of the products I have in my current project use-ups, and obviously the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, which is my Pan That palette for 2017 this year. If you've not seen that intro yet, I'll link that in the description bar for you as well. So thank you again to Auntie Hour who recommended and requested, sorry, this look. And yeah, let me all know in the comments if you're using this palette this year or committed to using it up this year, how you're getting on with it, how you feel about it, and if you've got any colour combinations you recommend that you think would suit me, then please feel free to let me know those as well. And I just want to give a big shout out to the lovely Izzy, who's a really lovely supporter of mine and watches all of my videos and leaves me such sweet comments. She really wants to join in on the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette for this year, but unfortunately she's a little bit young and her parents understandably don't want her to start a channel, which is absolutely fine, so she's joining along with us at home. So I hope it's going well for you, Izzy, and that you've had a nice day at school if you're watching this after school. I hope everybody's having a great 2017 so far, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye!